I got a couple posts about the more difficult questions, which would be 13, 14, and 15. So let's look at a few of those. First of all, on 13, I've got a triangle on the left and I have a triangle on the right. Well, the right triangle is the only one that I have information on. So I'm going to start with this one. It's a 45, 45, 90. That means both of these legs are the same, which means x is equal to 5. And then to get from the leg to the hypotenuse, I have to multiply by radical 2. So that means this piece is 5 radical 2. So that part wasn't difficult. On this one, I have to go from the long leg back to the short leg. That's going to be a little bit more difficult just because I have to divide by radical 3. Now, if we use that shortcut, 5 divided by 3 doesn't go in evenly, and that's okay. We can just leave it as 5/3 and then attach that radical 3 to it. And then to get from the short leg to the long leg, I'd have to multiply by 2, which is technically 2 over 1. Multiplying the numerators, that I get 10 radical 3, and 3 times 1 is 3. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one is a trapezoid, and if you remember, I'm going to go ahead and drop this piece in right here. So that means this length right here is 2 radical 3, and if you can see, I have the long leg. So to get back from the long leg back to the short leg, I divide by 2, which means this little piece is 2. And to get from the short leg to the hypotenuse, I just need to double it. Then finally, I need to find this piece. Well, the whole length is 5. This little piece is 2, which means this is 3, which means that piece across from it is 3 as well. Let's go ahead and look at 15-2. So again, you've got 2 triangles. I'm going to have to start off with this one because that's the part that I know a side length. To get from the short leg to the hypotenuse, I double it. That means r is equal to 8. To get from the short leg to the long leg, I multiply by radical 3. And now over here, I'm dealing with the 45, 45, 90, which means both of these legs are the same. So I get 4 radical 3 for the other leg, and to get to the hypotenuse, I would have to multiply by radical 2, which ultimately gives me 4 radical 6. Hopefully that's helpful. Do the best you can.